to Finn versus History. As ever, I'm joined by Horatio Gould.
We'll bomb them into sex clubs.
Today, it's the start of Britain's complicated relationship with small boats.
Yeah.
It's Dunkirk. The love-hate relationship this country has with the small vessel.
Oh, so now you don't want the boats. That's what a lot of people
see. Right. Oh, so now we start the boats. That's what they said.
This was very much the era of start the boats.
Start the boats. When did it become stop the boats?
Basically, as soon as this...
probably June 1941.
Exactly. It was only start the boats for 1 week in British history.
Yeah, this is the week of starting the boats. What beautiful boats they were.
A lot of small boats.
The boats are fine to arrive if they've been to get British people back.
That's the whole point.
That's the point. Yeah. If there's any children, any refugees in it, well, stop that. Stop that. No, thank you. We are picking up our series that we started, I don't know when.
It was kind of the first proper series we did.
If you've been listening to this for a while, if you're a patron, you'll know that we started this on the Patreon podcast that we used to do, and we did a 4-part series on the rise of the Nazis.
Yes.
And then we got to the start of World War II.
And realised we didn't know as much as we
didn't
thought.
Fucking know anything. It turns out, which even for us... Turns out we had no fucking clue what happened to the thing that we say we like the most. But today that we're picking up on World War II, fellas, lock yourself in the cupboard.
Get the bag on your head.
Get the bag on your head. Strap.
And just start fucking going to town.
Get the belt round your neck. I'm out. No, I'm going out. Tell the wife to go away. We're getting into World War II. Yeah. This is the red as the red meat.
I mean, this is, I think, also the beginning of the war is as straight as it is as well, because it's kind of the bit of the duller part. It's a bit more. It gets fruitier.
Yes.
The more it gets along, you start going to like the Pacific Theatre.
Oh no!
It starts getting a little bit more exotic.
Well,
this is when on a cold, wet beach in Dunkirk.
Yes, this is. Can they do it in a cold, wet night in Dunkirk?
This is real.
They can.
Yeah, this is the Britannia on a Tuesday.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Exactly.
Because even Stalingrad, it's so big.
Stalingrad's gay.
Yeah, this.
Two fronts. War on two fronts is gay.
It's the bloodiest kind of battle. There's a real explosiveness to Stalingrad. This is. They might all. Oh, they don't. Okay.
Okay. Fine. They got away. They got away. This is a heroic retreat. Yeah. This is so baked into the British psyche. Yeah. This is
the most important year in British history. 1066, 1940. Right. Those are the big 2 years.
These 5 days are the most important in the world history. This is, you could say. Or from, the Hitler's perspective, this is the great what if.
Well, you see everything through Hitler's perspective.
Yes, I'm a Nazi apologist. I think I made that very clear.
Even when he did the Renaissance, it was like, what would Hitler... I mean, he does like painting, but...
Well, this is Hitler's Renaissance.
You're a great empath, is what you are.
Yes.
But for one man.
Yeah. If anything, I've got too much empathy for one man.
He's an empath. That's what's great about Finn.
Is he genuinely an Nazi apologist? No, the thing about Finn is he just sees
a selective empath.
He sees all perspectives apart from any of them apart from this one.
He sees one perspective.
Yeah. From Hitler's point of view, this is the great what if, the great sliding doors moment. Is if he'd finished us off at Dunkirk, we would now be in the Indian summer of 1,000-year Reich. And also, what's very funny is that from the French perspective, they fucking hate this.
Well, of course.
Yeah, because this is like, oh, we'll see you then. For us, for the Brits, this is like, oh, this is Rorke's Drift on a beach.
This is the myth that we built our entire post-war British identity.
This is literally year zero for the British sense of themselves in 2025 or wherever we are now. For the French, they're like, oh, fuck off. What? What do you mean you're going?
For the French, this is a rubbish story.
Yeah, this is. It's a
terrible story.
It's the start of their worst story. But
they really don't cover themselves in glory, and going back over the...
Oh, they fuck it so hard.
But this is also part of the British dad law. This is pure British post-war dad law, is the French have springs under their arms.
Yeah.
That's my dad's always saying, the amount of jokes my dad has about surrender,
You're going to shake the hand. Oh, no, take it. Oh, sorry. Cheese-eating surrender monkeys, as Donald Rumsfeld called them. So in this series, we'll be dealing with from pretty much from the outbreak of war, the Western theatre of the war up until the evacuation at Dunkirk.
How much do you like Dunkirk as a topic? Because it's hard to know how much you actually like it because it's just rammed down your throat. So,
but gladly though. I'm like a basking shark looking for someone to ram World War II.
You're Bonnie Blue.
I am Bonnie Blue. I'm Bonnie Blue. I'm Bonnie Blue in a landing craft, just taking 338,000 Allied troops. Bonnie Blue fucks the entire British Expeditionary Force.
You're meant to bring them home. You don't need them to have post-nut clarity on the beach. They're still there, Bonnie.
I think that's her next stunt. None of this like David Blaine the box shit.
Yeah.
Why don't you suck off the entire stranded Expeditionary Force?
Well, that'd be a great porn film. Is you get 200,000
Oh my God,
men,
I'd love that.
200,000 men stuck on the beaches of Dunkirk.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a boat, we're saved.
And it's just Bonnie Blue.
And they're all just like completely drained, sucked dry.
The HMS Lily Phillips.
As the Nazis arrive.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, but the Luftwaffe are strafing them from the skies while Bonnie Blue's just sucking them all off. And the men are queuing, they're all lined up on the mole. One at a time. Then they just fall into the sea after they come. Is that what they do? Just valiantly die. Sorry,
Dunkirk,
Charlie. That's a massive baby.
That's huge.
Now, what
and
country?
it's British Pathé.
Is that a British baby?
This is Leslie Bowles. He's the fattest baby in the world.
Leslie what?
Balls.
Leslie Balls.
Bowles. Leslie Bowles.
That's amazing.
Now, how old is she? Leslie.
I don't know if I think it's a he, and I don't know if he's got any legs.
He's got legs. He's a baby.
Oh, is he on his knees?
Yeah.
Right.
How old is that child?
This is 1935. So when
that's exceptional.
That's a 10-stone baby.
In Dunkirk, he'd have been 5.
Right. And obviously, was not evacuated because he'd sink any ship.
That's a baby. That's extraordinary.
How old is Leslie? Because in the Top Gear leaderboard of the biggest babies of all time.
Do we have the numbers? That's amazing. But also in the 30s, Britain, what are you getting that fat off? Is it pure lard? Is that what's putting the pounds on there?
Spam.
It's before is it spam?
It's tin stuff. Yeah.
So between Nadia and 10 stone. So he's like 10 times the size of Nadia, but he is 5, whereas Nadia was 1. Nadia's the Russian baby.
That's not a 5-year-old. Is that a 5? Is Leslie 5?
I don't know how old he is here, to be honest.
A 10-stone baby.
I mean, yeah, he's a baby.
A 10.
So this is the win. Leslie Bowles is the winner at the minute.
What's quite nice is that this is from 1935, British Pathé, and this is essentially British TV in the 2000s.
Yeah, exactly.
A 10-stone baby. Look at this fat fuck. Look at him.
Britain's fattest baby.
Right. So,
but I guess what I was interested in is like, is how much there's so many great moments of World War II. Where does Dunkirk rank for you? Is it one of your top British history moments? Like for me, I'm a patriot when it comes back. It goes to British history for sure. But I'm much more of an Agincourt guy. I'm much more of a Trafalgar guy. Dunkirk for me doesn't get me fired up really.
No.
As much as it does nearly every dad you speak to.
Well, the thing about Dunkirk that's actually fires you up is the political machinations that were going on in Westminster while it's
What's
happening.
going on in Westminster is so much more interesting than anything that happens.
Well, because it is ultimately just 400,000 blokes on a beach. They're just milling about.
There's a lot of milling about.
There's a lot of just they haven't got any towels, they haven't got any stuff. They're just waiting on a beach for Bonnie Blue.
But then you listen to James Holland on We Have Ways of Making You Talk.
Yeah.
This is like, they talk about that as like the biggest week in British history, basically. And I guess it is, but it's...
in retrospect, it is the defining moment of World War II in that if it had gone another way, then basically Hitler's sort of won.
So do you think it is the defining moment of World War II? But is that just a British perspective?
Probably is a British perspective. Because
how are Russian historians, American historians, or French historians, who gives a fuck, how are they looking at it? Are they also like viewing this as one of the key moments?
Well, the reason it's key is that if Hitler destroys the British Expeditionary Force and Britain has to come to terms with Germany, then the Nazis would get the British fleet, and then they basically close down one front, which means that they can then go into Russia with a massive fleet. Yeah. And especially if the Italians come into the war, because the two biggest fleets
Americans wouldn't come in.
Well, they're isolationist. Yeah. I mean, they may have done, but who knows? So it's the great what if. Yeah. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Yeah. As ever, we need to go back to where we think we left off in that Patreon series, which is the kind of the machinations that bring Churchill to power in Britain. So Neville Chamberlain, old, cuckish.
Yeah. Neville.
Neville. Neville
Longbottom.
come inside.
Yeah.
Neville is a he's a very old man.
Yeah.
He's sclerotic. He's a great sort of
He's just got that sort of like old British aristocrat empire sort of naivety where he thinks that everyone's going to play by the rules.
Yeah. It's all a game of cricket.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He views it all as a game of cricket.
Yeah.
So he's completely unprepared for someone like Hitler,
Yeah.
who is Steve Smith using sandpaper.
Yes, yeah. Hitler's cheating.
And I think this is one of the, if you listen to like Chamberlain speaking to Hitler and stuff, it's just him thinking, well, that's brilliant. He's
sorted. Yeah.
So you're definitely going to invade.
I've secured peace and Why are you holding your nose when you speak, Neville? You sound fucking ridiculous. So Neville Chamberlain goes to the Munich Peace Conference in September 1938. This is after Hitler has annexed Austria into the Third Reich, the Anschluss, which we are incredibly in favour of.
Yeah.
Passionately.
We couldn't be more. We're the most
I will
pro-Anschluss.
defend Hitler to the death if he had stopped after the Anschluss.
Okay.
The Austrians and the Germans are the same.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with this.
Exactly. And I think, to be honest, there should be more Anschluss-like coming together as countries.
Yes, I agree.
Spain and
Italy and Greece. Just call it Sleeperstan. Napistan. Sleeperstan's just there.
America, Canada, put those together.
Israel, Palestine, just put that together. Russia, Ukraine. It's all the same, isn't it? Who fucking?
Yeah, Australia, New Zealand need to come together.
Oh yeah, fuck off.
On.
Norway, Sweden, Denmark. That's
one. Finland
whatever.
as well. Chuck that in there. And Iceland.
That's just woke nonsense to Stan. Socialised healthcare, whatever.
All of Eastern Europe. Soviet bloc.
anything sort of to the right of Germany.
Yeah.
That's just all one country.
Then you've got Africa.
Yep, no, that's enough. Just Africa. That's
just
fine.
Africa.
And then I reckon South America. No, you've got
Brazil and the rest of South America and Argentina. I guess.
You've got Brazil, Argentina, and then etc.
Etc.
All that
so
nonsense.
It should be called etc.
Yes.
Right. So Brazil, Argentina,
That's
etc.
Yeah.
China, Japan are the same country. China, Japan, Korea. That's all one.
Yeah. Fucking yeah.
This episode of Fivas History is sponsored by Surfshark, the premier provider of VPNs. Do you know what a VPN is?
I don't. But I tell you what, I do have problems when I want to watch horrible, disgusting, filthy videos.
Yeah. Why?
Why? Because I'm terrified that my wife and everyone in the world will see what I'm doing.
You're in luck. Because Surfshark provides brilliant, easy-to-use VPNs. That means that you can basically have your location, your IP location, from anywhere in the world, right?
So I could run away from my wife and children to Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
Bahamas, and I could watch horrible stuff.
Or you can just change your IP so it thinks you're in the Bahamas and you can watch it at home.
So I still have to stay at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I use a VPN.
Well, brilliant.
I use a VPN sometimes when I want to watch videos in a foreign country.
Well, that's great. Because the worst thing about travelling is foreign TV. And foreign people, and being,
the list goes on,
and being abroad, and the food, and the weather. It turns out you can't have a holiday from your life. You're still you. You're just abroad.
That sombrero doesn't change anything.
No. So why don't you secure your digital life with a Surfshark VPN?
Yeah.
It's a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Yeah. Go to surfshark.com/FVH. That's surfshark.com/FVH. Foxtrot, Vagina, Hotel.
You stayed at the Foxtrot Vagina Hotel?
I've stayed at the Foxtrot. That's where we went on our honeymoon.
Yeah, dirty sheets though.
Click the link below or use the code FVH. That's Foxtrot Vag Hotel. 4 extra months of Surfshark. Don't let online threats catch you off guard.
Yeah.
Keep your data safe and see you next time.
Anyway, let's get back to the bloody episode, shall we?
Can we please get back to some history?
So this sort of thinking, I think.
So anyway, what I like is being concise, right? It's going, this doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Get rid of that word. Get rid of that country.
Exactly.
Just
but roughly.
Yeah.
You want the map to be roughly who
we get it. We get it. We haven't got
obviously
time.
you have an independent. You got no. Roughly.
Kosovo. Fuck it. Whatever.
Roughly, what is it?
We get it. We get it. Yeah, you're Chinese, probably. I don't know. We get it. Right. Anyway, and what a fun fact about the Anschluss is that when The Sound of Music were the production were going to film in Salzburg, they asked for permission to film a scene where they recreate the Anschluss,
Right.
and they were denied because obviously the Austrians are a bit nervous. They're like, well, it turned out that was quite a rum move that we did.
Yeah.
And so then the production said, well, I tell you what we'll do then. We'll just use the genuine footage where all the Austrians are fucking ecstatic about it. And they went, oh, no, you can film if you make all the extras look miserable when Hitler's plowing through. No, you can film, but can you make us look really unhappy about it?
Right.
So anyway, the Austrians absolutely loved the Anschluss.
Love it.
It's the high point of Austrian history.
Right.
Munich Agreement is in September 38, and this is because Hitler started wanging on about the Sudetenland, which is the northern area of Czechoslovakia.
Where all the tanks come from.
All the tanks Skoda comes from. They make big family cars that are cheap to run and they don't die.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of German speakers in the Sudetenland.
Mm-hmm.
And Chamberlain, he basically signs Sudetenland away. He says you can have that, and then he comes back and he's like, I have to kill on this piece of paper.
that was the deal. It's like you can have this as long as you promise to
stop
to have
now. Yeah.
No more territorial gains.
Yeah, and then pretty quickly Hitler just goes yoink with Czechoslovakia, the rest of it, and Chamberlain goes,
can't believe it.
because he's a cuck.
Yes, he's a Lord's member.
He's a Lord's member. He's in the pavilion at the MCC.
Yeah.
Hitler takes Czechoslovakia,
and he can't believe it.
Yeah, what?
He's just completely unprepared.
Oh, that's not cricket.
Yeah.
Huh? Now, while this is going on, Churchill, Winston Churchill, has been. I mean, I don't think we won't deal with his career before this.
We'll
That's a whole other series on Churchill.
Yeah.
At this point, he's a nodding dog selling car insurance, which is funny. Do you think there's a Hitler equivalent?
What, Hitler insurance?
Yeah.
Will it be like a nodding thing?
Nodding like bobblehead.
Like the Chinese, was that the Chinese nodding
the cats,
thing?
It's a little cat that's doing that. blood, house insurance or whatever. So Churchill has had a long career. At this point he's kind of in the wilderness politically.
Yeah.
He was behind the disastrous Gallipoli campaign, World War I.
He also tied the British currency to the gold standard in 1925.
So he causes a big boo-boo economically.
Yeah. So he's done a lot of fuck-ups.
Yeah, and he also loves drinking and fucking.
But extraordinary. I know that's like the stereotype, but it is absolutely extraordinary.
And everyone's like, this guy just fucks too hard. We can't have him.
Does he fuck a lot?
I think so.
Well, I think he's married. Does it? I don't know if. I think he's a boozehound for the boys as well. He's one of those boozers who wants to hang out with the lads.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually want to chat to girls, I don't think.
What do you think his knob was like? Do you think it was sort of
tiny,
small?
Yeah,
tiny little.
But gracefully small.
I think it's hidden under so much fat because he ate so much and drank and never exercised.
I think it was red like an old guy's nose.
Yeah.
What's his cum face?
Yeah, like a Scottish guy drinking too much whiskey.
His cum face is.
Yeah. I'll tell you what he was great at is motorboating. Titties.
Oh man, yeah. No, there's been no better. I would love to be motorboated by Churchill. In the arse, in the tits.
Yeah.
Just,
and I think he gives great head, to be fair to him.
And I'd love to just take his cheeks and just. So Churchill's in the wilderness.
A maverick, a controversial figure.
But one thing he has been consistent about is that he does not think Hitler's ever going to stop.
Yeah.
He's anti-Hitler. He's an extremist in some regard.
Yeah. He's just been saying it. He's basically been proved right.
Yeah, I mean, when after Chamberlain starts to lose traction after Munich,
but it's sort of like seeing as the war started, it's sort of like when Brexit happened, and it's like, well, now we need everyone who supported Brexit to be in charge.
Yeah, almost,
and a lot of them don't know how to run the country.
No,
but you have to,
and they just love
it. Has
drinking.
to be their term.
Yeah,
this is kind of like all the people who are predicting the war. Now it's come true. It's like, well, we have to move these guys to the top.
So Chamberlain's like Cameron. It's like, right, well, I better go then. Just whistles and fucks off.
He's like Johnson, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Churchill comes in. So we're getting ahead of ourselves, but basically in August 1939, the war starts proper with Operation Himmler.
Right.
So the Germans, I didn't actually know this. They do false flag operations in Poland to drum up a kind of support for the war. And so they dress up as Poles, which I don't know what that. I mean, what, are they dressing really, really shit stonewashed jeans? Drinking cans. There is no. I'm just always staggered by the wealthiest Russians you see are just dressed so terribly.
Yeah,
all the time.
A lot of gold.
So much gold.
Well, it's
Diamante encrusted jeans.
It's just communism for 70 years. It means that you haven't been able to develop this stuff naturally. It's been repressed.
That 10 years in the 90s where they just suddenly have capitalism and they just don't take time to design jeans that actually look good.
Yeah, when you're really hungry, you eat way too much.
Yeah.
And then now you're fucked.
And now they just got like 7 slits in their jeans. And so they dress up as Poles and they attack German civilians and infrastructure in Poland. And then this culminates on the 31st of August, the Gleiwitz incident, where Germans dress up as Polish troops and hijack the Gleiwitz radio station antenna and play anti-German messages. I don't know what we're going to use.
The Germans are...
they're
I
smelly.
mean, we're not German, we're Polish.
We Polish Germans are smelly.
Yeah.
And then the next day, Germany invades Poland.
It's a defensive war.
It's a defensive war. They go, well, you can't call us smelly over the radio. That's not fair. Britain and France issue an ultimatum to Germany.
That's tough from Britain and France.
Right, don't do that. Don't do that. Germany ignore it. 2 days later,
we got Germany over a barrel, boys.
We've got them here. We've issued an ultimatum. They're fucked. 2 days later, they go, right, okay, then we're at war. And they then don't send any military to help Poland because they're like, what the fuck's Poland?
Yeah.
What is it?
I just found out that Poland exists.
Isn't that Russia? Because they're thinking like we are. They're trying to make the world smaller, easier to manage, a bite-sized global map. Everything to the east of Germany is Russia until it's China. And then it's China until it's Hawaii, and then it's America, etc., Brazil, Argentina.
What you're saying is that Eastern Europe should be Russia, but then we should give some of the Chinesey parts of Russia back to China.
Yes.
Like when it gets all Chinese.
They're clearly not Russian.
Yeah.
They're
That's
Chinese.
what the territorial debate should be about. It's not about Ukraine, Russia. It's like, why the fuck are there Asian people in Russia?
Turn around. There's Asians everywhere. What are you do? You and Ukraine and Russia is fine. It's all fine.
They're the same blokes.
Whatever. It's counties. It's just different counties. It's the same. You both pierce babies' ears.
Yeah. It's Sussex versus Kent.
It's a civil war. Turn around. Half of you are Asian. What's that about?
That's what we need to have.
That's weird. Why is Chinese in Russia? Anyway, that's a different different issue. What I'm saying is if Russia wanted to Anschluss parts of China or the other way around, whatever, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on the 3rd of September, the war is declared, and we won't deal with the Polish campaign, but basically the USSR, they'd signed a Nazi-Soviet pact. They invade Poland from the east.
Which is, you said, is the most disappointed you've ever been with the Nazis.
Devastating. Absolutely devastating. I thought we hated those guys, and then it turns out they're mates.
Did it potentially turn your view on Hitler then?
Yes, it did. I thought, oh, right, okay.
So he has some bad sides to it.
That's up there with the worst thing he does, I think, is the Nazi-Soviet pact. Anyway, the last unit of the Polish army surrenders in October 39. But we're really dealing with the Western Front in this series. And so what then happens is that from September 39 to about May 40 it's called the Phoney War. Which what the Americans call it. Because
just before we go into the Phoney War, this is such a key moment though, which listening back over all this history, I didn't realise this is when the French, actually the worst part of what the French do. It's not them collapsing like a pudding as soon as Germany come through. It's the fact that when Germany are attacking Poland, if France that has one of the biggest land forces in the world,
2 million people, I think,
way more tanks, but more anything. It's huge,
better tanks.
Like they could have easily. If it was the right kind of war, France could have crushed Germany.
Easily. If they go in now, when the Nazis are in Poland, the whole thing's over. Yeah.
And it's like they're defended.
Charlie's just
Western
Googled,
Front.
did French soldiers keep cheese in their tanks? AI Overview says no. I'm gonna fight back and say yes.
I think AI Overview maybe not as smart as we thought.
I don't think big tech is ready to deal with the
I think part of the reason why French tanks weren't as effective as they thought they would be is because they always had one hand eating a piece of brie.
I think wheels of brie were the wheels they used.
And it started melting and they started eating it.
And then they had thin sort of cheese over the top of the wheels of brie. And the whole thing was made, instead of axle grease, they were using boursin. I mean, look, there is evidence, if you needed it, of a French soldier holding a wheel of cheese. Part of the problem is that they were drinking red wine, eating cheese, sitting, waiting for something to happen.
But it's never really explained to me why they didn't attack, because it was an open goal in a way.
But this is where stereotypes can paint a picture.
Right, you believe in stereotypes, do you?
I'm a stereotype.
You're a stereotypist.
I'm a stereotype determinist.
Right.
In that, I say I'm a historian. Really, I'm a cultural analyst. I'm an ethnographer, if I'm anything. Yeah. A profession which has really gone downhill. I'm a phrenologist, an ethnographer, cultural analyst, amateur linguist. I'm a jack of
phrenologist in your Instagram bio. Amateur linguist, phrenologist.
Phrenologist brackets he,
professional phrenologist, amateur linguist.
brackets he, him, brackets Heil Hitler. Yeah, I'm an amateur phrenologist in my spare time in the shed. I'm measuring people's skulls.
And he'll do it for free. If any patrons.
Man's got to have a hobby. And mine is measuring the skulls.
You know people who make their own beer in the shed?
Yeah.
You've got your own phrenology kit.
Yeah, I do.
It's like a fun little thing. It's like, it's not a professional thing, but you can do it at home.
I'm airfix gluing skulls back together. What happens if you take the Caucasoid with the Mongoloid? What happens if you glue those together? Does that tell us anything about how... about racial IQ? Fascinating. Anyway, no, I to some extent, I think history is easier to understand if you bring national stereotypes into it. And because it is inexplicable why the French don't just pop over the Rhineland. But they've
got so many troops. They got they're a great land force.
4, 5, 6 to 1. They outnumber Germany. But they are too busy picking out pastry flakes and pubes from their teeth.
I mean, that is kind of true, though.
That's true.
We're not even making a joke.
I'm not
it
making
was
that
literally a lot of the reason they did it is because basically France, after World War I, which to be fair to them, they bore a lot more of the brunt than we did. It was on their land.
Yeah.
They hosted that house party.
Yeah, they had to clean it up. Yeah.
Do you know, like we obviously World War I was bad for us, but
we didn't.
You know when you're at like a house party, it's like 5 a.m. and you're like, thank God this is not my house.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have to clean this up.
Or even
that was us leaving.
Or even it's when you have kids and you go around to someone else's house with kids and then they just literally destroy the place and you go, fucking brilliant, we can just go home now.
Brilliant.
Our house is fine. We've literally ruined your house.
So then after that, the France said to counteract, they went, as gay as the French have even gone the 20s, right?
Yes.
So it's like, we're already gay, let's double gay it. And they basically didn't want to give up being gay. They was being super, holding on to it as hard as possible. Well,
they thought that the next war, and we'll get into the Maginot Line and stuff in the next episode. What have you got, Charlie?
Apparently the French soldiers are called poilus. Have you heard of this?
Poilus.
Which means the hairy ones.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you. What? Sorry, they called themselves that?
I don't know. It's a term of endearment for the French infantry of World War I, and it means literally the hairy one.
Right.
So it's just they're typically rustic, agricultural background.
Smelly.
And derives from the bushy moustaches.
Yeah.
What's unfortunate about the French being the most ready to surrender people in the world is they also had the stinkiest armpits. Which is a devastating combo.
Well, I think it's more like a raccoon or like a skunk emitting.
Right.
It's like we think they're surrendering. They're actually emitting gas.
The Germans like, when you surrender, can you please not raise your arms?
Yeah. Can you just raise a hand rather than your arms?
We don't need them.
Or just wave a flag or something. But that's what they think. It's like as you attack a skunk or a sea squid or something, and its last act is to emit a noxious gas.
That's what a Frenchman does.
That's what a Frenchman does. If you attack it goes, ah! And it just releases its armpits. In many ways, Dunkirk is the British deciding it was too smelly to stay in France, and they just evacuated. What is it?
This is the hairiest French person ever. He's Petrus Gonsalves.
That's a bear.
He's from the 16th century,
right?
And he's very hairy.
To me, that's just every.
Maybe that's like the Aztec owl god.
Yeah,
they get out the hairiest, stinkiest guy. This is the nuclear option.
But the problem is their instincts are to sit, smoke, and chat about the meaning of life.
Yeah.
Whereas the Germans are, as we'll discover, on meth.
Yeah.
In tanks, having the best time of their lives.
Yeah. Also, they're chucking roll-on deodorant in there, and the French are scattering out of the trenches.
Yeah. They basically they managed to super glue a can of Lynx so it's always on, and they chuck it as a grenade. Oh no!
It smells too good.
Evacuate! Anyway, blah
it's
blah
the
blah.
most dad fair making fun of the French.
Great. It's so great. It's one of the joys of having children. You know, they're only young for a little bit, and you can only really get juice out of the
one of the most least
stuff.
problematic racism, xenophobia, Britain on France. That's fair game. That's cricket.
That is cricket. So
no one's getting cancelled for making fun of the French.
No, although it'd be very funny if I got having just been an outspoken Nazi apologist for 8 months. If I then have too big of a swipe at the French and they go, "Oh no, that's it. Actually, you're done." So what happens in September 1939 from the Western perspective is that the 8 months of Phoney War.
Right. Phoney.
Which is an American phony.
Yeah.
You're a fake. You're a phony. This is not a real war.
Phony baloney.
So what happens now?
Who calls it the Phoney War? Is that?
It's Americans call it that.
Yeah, because it's not a British phony.
The Germans call it the Sitzkrieg.
That's a bit fun. That's weirdly funny for Germans.
It's oddly funny, isn't it?
Yeah, something suspicious.
Something's coming. The Germans just made a joke.
Why are you in such a good mood? You're normally fucking terrible vibes.
Have you discovered methamphetamines? What are you about to do? Yeah. So suspicions are raised when the Germans start punning.
Yeah,
these are a new type of German.
Yeah.
What's happened here? They're having a laugh.
Sitzkrieg.
Sitzkrieg. Ha 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 ha. You don't know what's coming. Ha 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 ha. So this is the Battle of the Atlantic starts, which is it's funny how basically the start of the war is essentially all economic on the Western Front.
It's quite dull.
It's very dull.
Yeah.
It's all about the merchant fleet and, Britain has an insane, it's the best navy in the world at this point. Yeah. This is really a war of factories, World War II.
Right.
If you want to see it that way, which no one does. But
Christ.
Eric Hobsbawm, do you know him?
Yes.
So he's written these amazing books.
Yeah.
He's Adam Curtis's favourite guy.
Yeah,
Eric
he's a Marxist.
Yeah. He says that essentially you could see World War II as a war of who's got the more factories.
Well, his whole view of history is the Marxist view of history, which is
Yeah.
it's all class struggle, it's all workers.
Yeah.
So, of course, he views it through the factories.
Yes, exactly.
It's always like...
But it's also like you've just made the most interesting thing that's ever happened incredibly boring.
Which is communist.
Which is communism, yeah. It's like, it's this battle between good and evil and right and wrong. Like, no, it's about who's got more factories. I can make more steel than you, so I'm going to win.
All right.
But in the first 8 months of the war, this is U-boats trying to attack British ships in the Atlantic to control. Obviously, the Americans are sort of softly supporting the Allies at this point. Italy's not in the war yet. It's all very it's foreplay, right? It's kissing. It's like kissing.
Yeah.
It's not really getting our blood pumping.
His eyes across the bar.
Yeah, it is. Hitler's doing some butt stuff on the Eastern Front,
of course.
but we're not. That's not our concern at this point. So there's a naval blockade. When's that ever done anything?
Yeah.
And Britain begin evacuating city children and pregnant women to the countryside, which I think is a policy we should look at again.
Yeah. What cities for the boys?
I think cities for the boys. Yeah.
Well, do you think there was a bit of like, when it's like Glastonbury's on, a lot of real Londoners like, it's great, all these posh home counties.
Yeah, they
fucked off and finally get
it's
real...
It's like London at Christmas. Yeah. It's like everyone's fucked off.
Yeah, we get real Londoners about. Do you think there's a bit of that at the Blitz?
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is just...
No, but what's great is that this isn't the Blitz yet. Nothing's happening. Go, right, get the women away, get them off. Get the kids and the toddlers and women got to go. Got to go. Yeah, there's something might happen.
Anyone who cries and whinges is gone.
On a train, and then they're like, this is fucking great. Should we keep them in the county? Should we do rules?
Oh, it's not safe.
It's not safe. No, there's too many beers going around. Too much fun there.
No, you'd hate it. No, this is what it's the wife and children calling, and it's you on a light night out. Yeah, no, we're not having a great time.
No, it's
I'll
really,
be right back.
It's really dangerous.
No, we're not drinking Sambuca shots. No.
We're going to war tomorrow, actually. Yeah. No, you stay there in the boring countryside. And there's a guy called Lord Haw who's becomes a kind of popular talk radio show who is spreading Nazi propaganda to British audiences, which in a way is this show's
from one to another
cultural forebear. Now we get into the Norway plans. Now this is actually, I used to play a computer game called Commando. You ever play that?
No.
Bit like strategy game, sort of thing. But they had a big thing. There's lots of stuff about Norway.
Okay,
because you don't really learn about Norway when you're doing World War II in school. But this is where the first contact is between Allied forces and on the West and the Nazis.
Because we know there's a possibility that the Germans are going to try and take all of Scandinavia, basically. And it's trying to...
There's iron ore.
Yeah.
Raw iron ore. Oh. Nothing better for a Marxist historian than a pot of raw iron ore. Iron ore in Sweden. Sweden's got a lot of iron ore. The Germans need it to make steel. Yeah, which they then make tanks out of.
Yeah, this is when it's like civilization. This is when it's like a strategy game. And get this so you can make that.
Charlie, it might be helpful to get some maps up
as opposed to just pictures of
pictures of iron ore.
Where do you even start though?
With a map,
in terms of how the fuck does that become a tank?
Well, there are people who know how to do that, and you're not one of them.
I don't think you need to learn about that either, Charlie.
I think
maybe focus on learning how a podcast works.
That's the key thing you need to do, is to focus on the job that
That's what you're fucking paid to do.
Being employed.
Don't worry about iron ore, lad. No one's ever going to ask you to make a tank.
Like me, he's an empath, isn't he? He's like, fuck, how would I do that? You don't need to. It's outside your remit. So you've got Sweden, which is where there's lots of raw iron ore, and then the ways for Germany to get that out are certain months of the year they can go up from Germany, Poland, through past Denmark to get it. But all year round, they can get it from the port of Narvik, which is right at the top of Norway because of ice or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, So Norway's very strategically important. So Churchill recognises this.
Well, of course, because it's like someone in the top bunk pissing on you from below.
Yes.
Because Norway's above Britain, and it opens another...
Which did happen to me on a stag do. Not me, my friend. I was on a stag do in Bristol, and we were all staying in a hostel.
Right.
This is the same one. I have to tell this story about when we were at Subway at 5 a.m, and the guy asked for a meatball marinara, and the lady said, we don't have that one. And his response was, do I look like a cunt? My mate Henry, who has had anger issues.
Has he?
Yeah. I lives in Berlin now.
Did he look like a cunt?
Hey?
Did he look like a cunt?
Yeah, he asked for meatball marinara, which is all you should get from a Subway, and they didn't have it. So then he was like, well, I'm not a cunt, so find some meatball marinara. He's got a lot going on. Anyway, it's not really about the meatball marinara.
I feel there's something else.
There's something else going on. Anyway... on that stag, we were staying in this hostel in Bristol, and what was it? My mate Ash. Anyway, we were all in bunk beds, and then woke up to just water on their face, splashing on their face, and they're like, "Oh, I am thirsty actually." And then he realizes that the guy above him is just is like right up against the wall, and is naked, and is just pissing down the wall.
Is he asleep or is he? Awake and lazy.
No, he is asleep. He's asleep.
He's not just I can't be asked.
Yeah.
Just
yeah. No, he just got fully just pissed on.
Christ.
From above.
That's amazing.
Anyway, that's why was that relevant?
That was relevant because that's tactically what Norway is to Britain.
Yes.
Geographically, it's the top bunk.
It is. And so the only way for the Nazis to get iron ore, raw iron ore, delicious raw iron ore out of Sweden is to go from Narvik, which is a very, very north of Norway. So now Churchill, who has come into the cabinet when the war breaks out, because Chamberlain goes, turns out
we need some alphas in here.
I fucked this actually.
Yeah.
So
we need
Churchill
some mad
becomes First Lord of the Admiralty, which is, I think, like war man. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's linked to the Navy, but the Navy's the most important part of the British Empire. So it becomes...
he's a Navy guy.
Yeah, but that basically means kind of big dog military.
Yeah. He's the Secretary of State for Big Dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he starts to come up with these plans for invading Norway.
Yeah.
The plan R4, which is there's various plans about like a landing force, and then there's a lot of indecision. This is part of the reason why the
Both
French...
in Britain and France. But
mainly in France.
France, it's crazy. The indecision in France is crazy.
Their leaders are old, like even older than Chamberlain.
Yeah.
They're like in their 80s.
Yeah.
They're sclerotic. And they're trying to decide, do we have Brie now, or do we have Borsan on a little cracker?
The Nazis are coming. Yes, but we need to have lunch first.
We need to decide.
Make these decisions on an empty stomach.
Will this Borsan be too overpowering for our pudding?
We need...
Do we have the right dessert wine to pair with this level of intense flavour?
They're literally at the doorstep. We can't defeat
Guys,
the Nazis on an empty stomach.
Sorry, this that can wait. Currently, we're dealing with how thin should the Melba toast be to get the maximum crunch needed.
Because it's war, we need to shorten lunchtime to 4 hours.
Yeah. Even then, we might need 4.5.
But
maybe.
We have to go into war mode
because there's hors d'oeuvres. There's nibbles.
Fine.
There's
4.5 hours.
Bit of bread. Yeah, the French are fucking
quick business lunch, 4.5 hours. Power lunch.
Take the day off. Yeah.
It's Test cricket is French Test cricket is lunch.
Yeah. yeah.
5 days.
5 days of lunch, and then we go. What was the score? I don't know. I'm full. Couldn't eat another thing. Anyway, so the French indecision's crazy, and that's bleeding into the British are like, we don't actually have a big army.
The whole thing is Britain and France really don't want another war.
No.
So that's the reason why there's been that we're so ill prepared, is because we just don't want it to happen. It's never again.
No.
It's that kind of attitude. So when it's coming, just know all these old people who've lived through the war, they're just so reluctant to accept that it's coming.
Yeah. It's not coming. We're not doing it again.
No, exactly.
Not again. But Churchill is trying to he's trying to be proactive. He's the only one of the Allies who's trying to actually go, can you stop talking about cheese for 3 fucking minutes and let's invade Norway?
Yeah.
So he comes up with this plan, which would be putting sea mines, which I don't really understand. Charlie, can you Google what a sea mine is? I don't really understand.
I can take a stab.
Yeah, I know. I understand what it is, but like what... Like how?
I imagine
it sinks. Or is it floating?
Yeah, you either attach floats to it.
Yeah.
Can fish set off a sea mine, or is that? Do you have to? How? Do you
probably not, because
it's
probably a big metal hull hitting it will set it off.
It's like in Finding Nemo.
Yeah, I mean, that's a different film if Nemo just gets hit by a fucking latent sea mine.
Do they hit a sea mine?
Yeah, they hit loads of sea
Oh,
mines.
yeah. It's interesting thinking of that World War II exists in the Finding Nemo world.
Universe, yeah. And they set off this many sea mines.
Christ, I forgot this scene.
That's crazy.
Fair enough.
Thank you. Well, I guess that's our main source.
It's one of our sources. We'll put all our sources below.
Yep.
We have a link of further reading.
Finding Nemo. Yep. Further reading. Watch Finding Nemo. You know, what were the fish doing at Dunkirk? Did anyone escape on a fish?
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll never know.
There's so much we don't know. Anyway, Churchill comes up with Operation Wilfred, in which they mine the port of Narvik, and this is to disrupt the coal and oil supply from Norway, who are neutral. Norway have gone, like Holland and Belgium, they've gone, well, no, we're not taking sides.
So that's why it's an invasion. It's not like we're going to help defend you against the Nazis. We'd actually have to invade them as...
Yeah, but the whole thing is crazy because they're technically neutral.
They've gone, no way, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, they invade Norway. No way.
Yeah.
So they've gone, no way. No way, brother. I don't
want to get involved? No way.
No.
And then Sweden have no excuse because it doesn't work. Sweden. Get involved then.
Get involved. Finland's being invaded by the USSR. Yeah. Again, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Finland is a war with the USSR, which I think is completely fine, and Finland should be just probably an equally depressing part of the USSR.
Well, I think actually, so Finland does surprisingly well against Russia in these wars.
But they're both grumpy cunts, aren't they?
Because Finland's depression blows Russia out the water. They think they're the most depressed country in the world, and they speak.
Fucking hell, these guys really hate their lives.
Because Finland aren't even writing books about it.
No,
they're raw dogging depression.
Yeah, they're
not making any great art from it.
No,
they're not making it into something beautiful.
It's not a national story.
Yeah, it is just sit in a sauna on your own, miserable. Finland, happiest country in the world. High suicide rate.
Yeah, that's because everyone kills themselves.
Also, what annoys me, I don't know if this irks you as well. Finland always gets the best education in the world, right? You seen this in the list of best school system?
Really?
Finland always number one.
Well, that's why because they send their kids to school at like age 10.
But Finland is renowned for having one of the best educations. Right? When has a Finnish person done anything? Sorry, it's what annoys me. It's always like, and they've been finger painting since they were like, I don't know, up until they're 18, and that opens up your neural pathway. What have they done? Tell me one thing a Finn's done. Has meant
Charlie,
anything.
Can you Google what's a Finnish person ever done?
Do you know what I mean?
What's a Finnish person?
But so what? They have a good education system to do what?
Yeah, what are they?
To be sad in a sauna.
Yeah,
Kimi Räikkönen, the driver.
I guess
but what you don't know is that every time he gets in that car, he's trying to kill himself. He's putting a sock up the exhaust pipe with that F1 car, and then at the pit stop they're like, no, and he's like, oh, I want to die. It's too dark. So the invasion of Norway is actually very very interesting. It's probably worth its own series. But there's a guy called, is it Vidkun Quisling? What's he called? Quisling. Vidkun Quisling.
Vidkunt.
Now he's a Norwegian fascist.
Vidkunt.
He loves Hitler, but Hitler doesn't really know who he is. It's like,
do you relate to him at all?
I see great similarities in myself. And Vidkun Quisling.
So he's a fan.
Yeah, he's like a fan.
He's a fan who listens to the podcast and thinks he has a relationship with Hitler.
Exactly. Yeah.
Remember that thing?
Can I just shake your hand? That's what he says. Excuse me, can I just shake your hand? So there's something called the Altmark incident, which is about I don't know. There's a lot of naval skirmishes. I found it quite confusing. But the Germans essentially invade just as Churchill decides to finally get clearance to launch the operation to mine the port of Narvik. So
it's indecision that means that we're 2 weeks late.
Exactly. So Hitler goes, fuck it, we'll do it live, which is his strategy throughout the entire war, which is why it's so alluring to me, in that it's the first time a war has been fought where a guy's like, fuck it. You know, he is just doing drugs going, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah. And it is working for the first bit.
It's rock and roll.
It is pure rock and roll. It's gegenpressing. That's what... It's Klopp stuff, you know. It's brilliant. It's so exciting.
There's basically no midfield. It's all transition from defence to attack.
It's just defence to attack, exactly. It's like we don't need the midfield if we just sprint.
We just need runners in there.
We're using left backs and right backs in a way that no one's used them before. They're essentially centre forwards. They've got the passing ability of a deep line midfielder, and we're just getting them up the pitch. They don't know what to do.
Yeah,
because the French have just got the Makelele.
They've used Belgium as a channel. As an overlap.
The French
channel.
have got the Makelele line. They're like, we're just sitting deep, and they're like, "Well, hang on, what the fuck?"
The Maslow line is a rigid 4-4 defence, but what they don't know is that Trent's going to overlap and send a ball in a way that they have never seen before. So they're going to have
overloads on both flanks. And they're like, how the fuck have you done that? Anyway, so Quisling, what happens is, so the Nazis invade Norway as a preemptive strike because the Allies are going to invade Norway because both Allies and Nazis are like, well, we need you're neutral, but you need to be on our side. And Norway's like, no, please don't involve us. We don't want anything to do with this. Apart from this guy who's like, we need to join with Hitler.
Nazi party.
With the Nazi party, the Norway Nazi party. And
what's Norwegian fascism like?
Yeah,
you have to be very polite to everybody.
No, please and thank yous. Norway.
Please and thank yous, or you'll be sent to a camp and killed.
The thank you camp. The camp. Norway, they love a pastry.
Norway,
Norway, man. I was wondering how we'd get a Jamaican accent in this.
It landed right in our lap.
Took Charlie.
We didn't have to bend it too much. It was right there.
No, it was right there. Easy pickings, low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's funny whenever you hear about Scandinavian delicacy.
Brown cheese.
Yes, we get a herring.
brown cheese. No thanks.
Like they had that thing where they bury a herring for a year.
Oh, we talked about this in the Rise of the Nazi series, the Surströmming, the disgusting fish.
And the whole point of it, right, is to remind yourself how lucky you are that you can eat good food.
Fresh fish. Yeah.
So it's made you remind yourself you could be eating a lot worse.
Imagine if you put that dead fish in a tin and buried it for 2 years and had to eat it. That'd be bad, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Because at one time they did.
Eat your fucking vegetables.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? Yeah.
Brown cheese is just, I can't. It sounds like Smeg, but for the arse.
I mean, the colour scheme of this set is basically brown cheese.
That's true. We told a set designer, brown cheese, go. Make this podcast, visually, we want this podcast to look like brown cheese. Norway at this point is really pushing Britain. They are toe-to-toe in an arms race of who can eat the stinkiest fish.
Yeah.
Again, we covered that in the Rise of the Nazi series. So Quisling, eventually the Nazis invade. Yeah. They do Denmark and Norway at the same time on the 9th of April. Mm-hmm. On the 8th of April, Churchill has officially launched the Narvik operation, but they're too late. Denmark collapses, surrenders in 6 hours because they're like the Finns. They're just like wearing black, like,
Yeah.
Denmark, I don't even want to do them the justice of racially insulting them.
Really?
I think they're just complete, like, who cares?
Really?
Denmark, fuck off.
Lego. I think the thing is, similar to the Swiss only having a Swiss Army knife to defend themselves.
Yeah.
Denmark only have Lego on the floor. Is their only...
I will leave Lego on the floor and they will only come in barefoot. We're wearing shoes. Oh, no. Oh, fucky. Do you want a big raisin?
That's why it took 6 hours. It's because it was the Nazis going, oh, fuck, ow, fuck, blood.
Yeah. Which is that's what I do when I step on Lego left out.
Blood. You let it out.
Yeah,
you let it out.
You got to let it out. So anyway, Denmark collapses, and it's a very ambitious. This is a very ambitious military operation.
Right.
Is to go from Germany, Denmark and Norway at the same time. And the Nazis go round Norway. They do eventually get up to Narvik, Trondheim, Oslo. They get all the major ports. And Quisling, the little Norwegian fascist, he's like straight away, he just gets on it's a bit, it reminds me, I watched the footage, it reminds me of when Rudy Giuliani did the Four Seasons press conference.
Yeah.
He just gets on like a stump somewhere. It's like, well, I will be appointed the first minister of...
Have they talked to the Nazis, or he just said...
I had a word communication. He's like, I'm a leader of the Norwegian National Socialist Party. I should be, I'm like Hitler. We're best friends. Yeah. And then the king's like, who the fuck's that guy?
Yeah.
But the king, Hakon, he fucks off to Brits. With Britain, we take him. Yeah. And what you don't realise is that the Allies launch counteroffensive and they fuck the Germans up at Narvik. There's a big naval battle at Narvik, and the
well, as long as it's on water, we're all right.
We love them on water. Yeah. And that, beach, you're getting close to land. Land, we're cooked.
We're just sharks.
We are sharks. The British are sharks. So Danish surrender. There's a sort of like 2-month battle for Norway, really.
Yeah.
But because it all kicks off in France, the British they take Narvik back eventually, and then they have to give it up again because they just retreat from the entire continent.
So for the whole of the war, Germany controls Norway's ports until 45.
It has 300,000 troops stationed in Norway to keep it under occupation. And I
It's
think
so important.
Quisling isn't the reason we call people a Quisling is after this guy,
Really?
which means a sort of
And
like
so that
little-
was like their Vichy government,
yeah.
and he runs Norway.
I
As
think
like a puppet.
I think he's a puppet,
Right.
And he tries to get like Norwegian Jews, if that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing.
Like all four of them. It's like,
All four of them.
please, just...
Hey, can we get a train? You don't need a train. Just get a fucking Uber for that.
Yeah.
Uber pool.
You mean Norwegian Jews? You mean Hans?
Yeah. You mean that guy Hans? Yeah. Yeah, we'll organise a train for Hans. Yeah, Christ.
Just need a bicycle.
Just get him
it's
on a
the
bike.
first Holocaust
Yeah.
done by bicycle.
Just turned up at Auschwitz. Oh. Anyway, when Norway is invaded by the Nazis,
Yeah.
and the Allied indecision is yet once again like displayed as fatal, this is when politically Chamberlain's tenure becomes untenable.
Yeah.
And on I think it's the 9th of May 1940, the Norway debate in the House of Commons, where basically the entire House of Commons go, you're done.
Yeah.
And Cromwell's quoted, "In the name of God, go." You know that thing they said during Brexit as well.
Yeah.
They love that.
Is that a Cromwell quote?
Yeah, in the name
To
of
the
God,
king?
go.
Oh,
yeah.
fair enough.
It's probably to anyone having a fun time.
Right.
Anyway, there's a lot of national governments in the 30s in England, in the UK, because of crisis after crisis.
Yeah.
Go on.
You know how he dies about 4 months after he stops being prime minister?
6 months.
6 months. Is that? Do you think he died of like
Broken heart.
a broken bum?
No, it was bowel
It was
cancer.
cancer,
Yeah.
A broken bum?
Yeah. Like, was that like a? Do you think that's related as like a
A
sadness?
broken bum? Did you say that?
Yeah.
Right. No, I don't think he died of a broken bum. Well, I guess bowel cancer is a broken bum.
Yeah, it's layman's terms, isn't it? Oh, it's terrible. My nan's got a broken bum. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's it looking like? Stage 4 broken bum.
Oh my god.
Terminal broken
Terrible.
bum. Cannot be put together again. She's got Humpty Dumpty arse. Nana's bum fell off a wall. Yeah, Chamberlain dies with a broken bum.
Yeah.
It's like when you're an old couple that've been together for 60 years and one of them dies and the other one's just their arse just falls.
Neville cancer bumbling.
They just get in the toilet and go, I haven't left the toilet since she died.
Wearing black.
Wearing black. I've just not been able to get off the bowl. My bum's gone. My arse is gone.
His bum's gone.
His bum's
It's
gone.
like his head's gone.
His head's gone. His bum's gone.
Honestly, me on the toilet, my girlfriend, she's like Gary Lineker with Gaza.
Yeah.
It's like his
Oi.
bum's gone.
His bum's gone. Put some toilet roll in the fridge. His bum's gone. So yeah.
Job's too big for him. Job is too big for him.
Job is too big.
Bum's gone.
Anyway, listen. Fucking hell. So, Chamberlain, the whole House of Commons can smell him. They go, your arse has gone, lad. Your arse has gone. You've got to get out of here. And Churchill's like, I tell you, your arse hasn't gone.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
And let me tell you,
He's been holding in a shit for 10 years.
I'm eating some mad stuff.
Yeah.
I'm eating like geese.
Yeah.
And my arse can take it. I got a strong arse. It's going nowhere. Get me in there.
Yeah.
Right. Churchill comes out of the wilderness purely because he's been the one opposing Hitler, and the Norway debacle strengthens his hand. So he rises in popularity. After the debate, which sort of ends the 10th of May, it becomes clear that Chamberlain can't lead anymore. So Chamberlain resigns as PM, and the first choice for successor is Lord Halifax.
He's best mates with the royal family. He is like the definition of the British establishment.
Yeah, and
lots of experience.
And he's a big cock as well.
Yeah.
He loves appeasement.
Yeah.
So it's Halifax or it's Churchill.
Yeah.
That's the big...
Everyone, and Halifax gets offered it, right?
He gets offered it.
Right.
And he goes, he's so...
He's like, I'm a bank now.
He goes, I've got other things I've got mortgages to lend.
Yeah.
No, he just is like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I've got the stomach for this.
Lads, you're not going to believe this.
My arse is gone.
My bum's gone as well.
It's contagious.
The jobbie's too big for him.
Yeah. There's a rot to the heart of the British establishment, and it is broken bum. It's contagious.
It's irritable bowel syndrome. It's like gut rot.
It is. It's Chamberlain's patient zero. It's bum COVID.
Lads,
it's tearing through the care
You're
homes.
not going to fucking believe it.
Yeah.
Your ass as well. My ass as well.
Oh my God.
Right, put your hand up if your ass hasn't gone, and it's only Churchill.
Right, well, he's Prime Minister then. So, Churchill says he wouldn't serve in a Halifax cabinet because he's like, your ass has gone as well.
And that's why he does it, right? That's why Halifax gives up. Kind of because Halifax is offered it, and Churchill's like, I'm not going to serve your Prime Minister. He's like, well, I don't want to do it then.
Yeah, because Churchill's the only guy that actually is up for a fight.
Yeah.
Because he's battered.
Fired up.
He's battered.
He's fired.
He's been drunk for 10 years. He's like, I cannot wait to fucking get this guy. And the day he stops drinking, his arse will fall out from him. But that's why he's got to just wake up.
Well, I think with Churchill, he's the big argument for hair of the dog.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever had a hangover because he's never not been drunk.
Yeah.
I think if you keep drinking through.
But this generation, you know, nowadays everyone's obsessed with like living forever, Brian Johnson, drinking green shit.
Yeah.
This generation lived till their fucking 70s, 80s, and they were.
How old was Churchill when he died?
I think probably 70 odd.
Right, what's the Churchill's breakfast? Let's hear that.
Churchill's breakfast is 45 mils of rye whiskey,
it's double serving,
cold brew coffee, maple syrup, Angostura bitters, and a cinnamon stick. So that's his. Is that his whole breakfast? Or is he having a fry up? Isn't he?
No. He also has he also was known for his love of a full
English. Of course, I mean no one loves.
He had a full English and a whiskey cocktail for breakfast. Having a breakfast cocktail named after you, that for me that's aspirational.
Yeah.
I would fucking And
You've
to be fair,
you left your mark.
Hitler's not doing that.
He's not. He's he's actually quite Trumpian in that sense.
Well, he is, but then, as we'll discover in the next episode, he likes the sniffs. So, all this stuff about.
It's like a lot of my Muslim friends at uni. Off the alcohol, Quran.
Hate Jews.
Yeah, but on the sniff.
Oh, sorry. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, so Halifax rejects the offer. Churchill becomes Prime Minister on the 10th of May, 1939. And on this very same day, the Nazis, coked up to the fucking nines, invade Belgium, Holland, Luxembourg, who gives a shit, and France.
Yeah.
In our next episode, we will deal with the Blitzkrieg,
the
high point of the Nazi Stag Do.
Sure.
The train journey on the way to the
Before
city.
even a thought of the missus has come into their head.
The missus is
it's probably not till it's not when does the first thought
43
wait, so it's
Russia,
it's Stalingrad.
Yeah, it's the winter. It's like
sun comes through the curtains.
Oh shit, I'm married. What's she gonna think about this? I haven't gone home for 3 years. Fuck, I've been on a 3-year bender. Oh, there's gonna be hell to pay. I'm gonna be sat down in front of all the misses, and we're gonna get told off. We've either got to go so hard that we die, or we've got to kill all the women.
I mean, that's been your approach to comedy.
Yes, it is.
You just keep going, and one day you will have a Nuremberg at some point.
Of course, of course, there'll be a Nuremberg.
Charlie just following orders.
Yeah. No, you're both coming out with me.
I killed myself.
Yeah. You've got yourself absolute coward.
No, I've handed you guys in to get a good
plea
sentence.
To who though? Sophie Duker.
Sophie Hagen.
She's the Hague.
Well, we get tried in Sophie the Hagen.
Sophie Hagen's putting warrants out for our arrest.
You should be tried at the Sophie Hagen for war crimes.
crimes against marginalised groups. He's hurt the feelings of marginalised groups. So Sophie Hagen's called the court.
Straight to the Sophie Hagen to you.
Right.
Let's
listen,
get out of here.
Come on. In our next episode, we'll deal with the Blitzkrieg and the invasion of France.
Do you like cokey Nazis?
If you like cokey Nazis, and you'd also like to hear the prequel, the Phantom Menace to this series, Our Rise of the Nazis series, that's on the Patreon. And all the next 3 episodes of this series are also on the Patreon. For just £3 a month, you can become a truther and you get early access.
Tuppence.
And you get but tuppence. That's less than a coffee.
Yeah.
These days, in Sadiq's London, lucky to get a coffee at all, rather than your hands chopped off for asking for one. Bloody Londonistan.
Is it Sharia law to £4 for a coffee? I don't see that part in the Quran.
Join the Patreon. There is no Sharia law on the Patreon. It's a wild west of absolute losers. Come.
You know how cowboys are cool? Imagine that, but uncool.
Yeah, they're really fat and borderline retarded.
Still got cowboy hats on though.
Yeah, they've got the hats on. They've got hats on. Of course they have. Come join the Patreon where we've grown. My God, we're now in the top. We're one of the fastest growing patrons in the world.
Yeah, belt buckle is popping at the seams.
Charlie's got a photo of a Down syndrome cowboy, and that's the average. That's the e-fit of our average patron.
That's the admin.
So
that's the moderator.
Right. Enough of this.
Yeah.
We are slowly
Red
building
Downs
towards
redemption. Gone.
Red Downs Redemption. That's what. Come and join Red Downs Redemption. Where they just hug the horse rather than ride it. Just give the horse a big hug. God, they love it. Anyway, fucking hell. Join us on the Patreon if you'd like the next episode.
So much more to
Episode
get through.
1. Not even got to the invasion of France yet. My God, I'm wet. My whistle's wet.
Yeah.
For the
My arse is leaking.
My bum's broken.
It's falling out.
We've got to stop. Join the Patreon, and if not, we will see you next time for the Blitzkrieg, the height of Hitler's success, and the British bravely retreating.
Till then, bye Hitler.
Till then, bye Hitler.